made some tubes. I've constructed an upper chord, and the upper chord is joined right in the middle of the bridge side. Because this is in compression, it's not necessary to separate the connecting points away from the center, because everything will be pushing toward the center. It's really unnecessary to take that additional step. The bottom chord, which is, of course, is in tension, it really is necessary to make sure that you take that extra step in keeping the connecting point away from the middle of the truss side. So I've rolled a number of tubes. I'm going to set my top chord away, and I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to take one of my tubes. I'm going to make my vertical struts. These are these vertical struts, and I'm going to make those first because that sets the height of the truss side. So I'm going to make sure that my bottom chord is right in the line, so that I'm getting a nice accurate alignment there. And what I want to do is I want to make all of the vertical struts absolutely consistent in height. So I'm going to put the tube end against the bottom chord, and I'm going to make a mark with a pencil that's in alignment with the bottom of the top chord. So let me cut that right on the line. I'll cut it, and I'm going to check it. I'm just going to make sure that it fits. And it looks really, it's very, very, very consistent. So I'm going to show you a really slick technique for making all of these exactly the same. And again, most of the things that I'm going to show you take a little bit of practice, and you might have to make some adjustments, but that's not a big deal. Instead of marking each one and laboriously moving these back and forth across your plan, I like to just take the two pieces and put them together, tap them together. Let me show you that again. I'm going to, this is my model piece, and I'll give you a little hint. If that's your model and you put a little X on it, you know that it's your model as opposed to some other piece that maybe isn't the correct size. I'm going to tap them together, and I'm just going to bring my scissors right next to it, and then we'll see that these are all really quite precise. So I look for my model again, and get them vertical. I've got my scissors, run my scissors right to the, and I can roll along until I get the correct number of vertical struts that I need. I'll show you how you're going to do that after I make one more. So it's always wise, you can save these for, these might have some use later on. So we're going to put them all together, and we're going to just check and see that everything is in fact pretty much the same height. And these look pretty good. There's one that's a little bit long, and it happens to be this one. Glad I checked, because I'm going to trim that a little bit. We're going to check them again, and you're going to see these are all probably within about a 64th of an inch, which is pretty fine. And I'm going to put them in front of me, and I'm going to count the number of vertical struts that I need. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I currently have 6 of them, so I need to cut 3 more. Again, I'll look for my model. The model is always what you base your cutting on. Cut that over there. And make sure that's nice where I want it. Just give you one last little tip about cutting these. And I don't know that you've noticed this, but when I cut with the scissors, I'm cutting quite deep in the toward the handles of the scissors as opposed to out in front. They cut much better if you take the scissors and you run them very close to as close as you can toward the handles. Now I have all of my parts. I'm going to check them all again. I have one that looks just a little bit long. Again, this isn't terribly precise, but you're checking. I'm just going to cut a little bit off. I'm going to check it again with my model. It looks perfect.